Have you ever wondered what a fisherman really does? Out there before sunrise, when the world is still asleep, they're already catching the tides, the sound of the tides, the hum of the engine, the pull of the net. It's a rhythm they know by heart. To some, it's just catching fish. So, how long have you been fishing for?
I've been fishing like my whole life. Like ever since I was a little kid. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get you. But yeah, I don't know, like my family bought me a fishing pole when I was like 4 or something like that. My cousin would always take me fishing, or my granddad, or like anybody. And we had a lake house. So we would like go sit down at the marina in Texas and like go fish. And if you caught anything, they'd like fry it up in this little shack right next to like the marina. It smelled really, really bad, but like it was still pretty good. It tasted good. But yeah, kind of been doing this my whole life. Got into it more in college because I had a really good friend who's an ichthyologist. He's a fish scientist.
An ichthyologist is a scientist who studies fish, a branch of zoology called ichthyology. They research various aspects of fish, including their biology, behavior, growth, and ecological importance. Ichthyologists conduct their work in the field at universities, museums, or in laboratories. They identify fish by studying their anatomy, measuring them, and comparing them to other specimens.
Sometimes, depending on where you go, like if you go sit in the water, they'll like come up and nibble your toes. They'll like eat the dead skin off your feet. And if you're not ready for that, like it can be kind of weird. But it's kind of nice.
How do you know if like a fish is not poisonous? Do they have
There's poisonous fish, sure. Like, I mean, that doesn't really apply too much to, the average fish that you or I was gonna try to eat. Like, most of the poisonous ones live in the ocean. We're pretty far from that, so I don't have to worry about that here. Be more worried about getting poisoned by chemicals in the water or something. Like, no, I had a bite earlier, and it looks like they were trying to. I almost hooked myself. They were trying to steal my worm. I want another worm. Well, it depends, right? So this setup is pretty normal, like pond or lake fishing setup, where it's a bobber with a weight and then a hook with a worm on it. But like sometimes I like to use live bait, sometimes I like to use artificial. And I'll try this again real quick. Watch your heads. But it all depends on what you're fishing for, like, see, they're jumping out there. So I know for a fact in this pond there's rainbow trout, like I said earlier, they stock them. And I know that there's some species of carp in here because I've had them break my line before. And if I were fishing for carp today, I'd probably use some corn, like canned corn. You just put a little kernel in the hook, and carp love that. And I think there's either blue cats or channel cats in here. I'm not really sure which. But if I were fishing for those, I'd probably put a hot dog on the end of the line because that's what they like. Yeah, they love hot dogs. Catfish. No, they're not that picky. You can use like Vienna sausages, honestly, and get like a can of Vienna sausages for like 99 cents. That'll catch you a fish. But yeah, I don't know. I just I like the meditative nature of all this and getting to go be outside and but I love fishing in Texas because you get freshwater and saltwater fish, and there's a whole lot of good ones to eat there. But otherwise, like Washington State, I went for a salmon run one year, and that was pretty darn spectacular. Fish called a tadpole mad tom, which is a type of catfish.
The tadpole mad tom has a stout body, a dark brown or gray back, and a yellow or white belly. It has a rounded tail and can grow up to 5 inches long, though it is usually 2 to 3 inches.
Really interact with any of the other fish. We had something called a stone roller, which kind of does what it sounds like, where it kind of rolls rocks on the riverbed and it sucks up all the stuff that lives underneath those little rocks. We kept a few different species of shiner. We had like blacktail shiner, red-tail shiner, had some Mexican tetras, and we tried putting sunfish in there, like bluegills and bass and stuff like that, but they were too aggressive and they just kill everything. Usually I want to catch a few more, but if I catch 3, I'll usually be like, all right, that's good, I'm done, you know. If it's 3 fish that I'm gonna eat, that's plenty, you know, more than that's too much. And if it's 3 fish that I'm not gonna eat, I don't want to take them out of the water too much, because, you know, I think if there was like one particular type of fish that I'd be most afraid of getting attacked by, it'd be a bull shark, just because they have a tendency to show up in waters where you don't expect them, and they're big enough and willing to go after people, as they've kind of proven. But, you know, for the most part, I'm not really scared of getting attacked by a fish in almost any situation, especially not here in the United States. Like, there's, you know, maybe in the Amazon or something, but for the most part, nothing's gonna go after you. My pleasure. Oh, I was gonna say, officially, I guess my name's Kyle Morgan, but you can call me Wiley.